The man gets shot dozens of times every day, but there were never any bullets in his body, and every wound healed almost instantly. It turned out he had a mysterious condition. He would dream of being shot, the pain so unbearable it felt like it was tearing him apart. But every time he woke up, there wasn't a single mark on him. He had seen countless doctors. Every one of them told him it was all in his head. That was until he met Black Jack. That night, the man fell into another dream. He saw a strange mother and daughter walking toward him, singing a familiar nursery rhyme. Then they vanished around a corner. The man ran after them. Suddenly, a helicopter appeared overhead, and bullets came raining down like mad. Black Jack heard the commotion and rushed over. He shoved a towel into the man's mouth to keep him from biting his own tongue through the pain, then leaned in close to examine the wounds. Once he confirmed they were gunshot wounds, Black Jack didn't treat them right away. Instead, he grabbed a camera and started taking photos. When the man woke up, the wounds had vanished again. Black Jack asked him whether he had undergone any major surgery. About 20 years ago, because the night before, he had found at least a dozen sutured wounds on the man's body. But looking at the photos, the man couldn't see a single scar. Black Jack handed him a magnifying glass. Following the natural lines of his skin, the man finally saw them. The faint traces of sutures hidden within the texture of his own flesh. It was a level of technique even Black Jack couldn't pull off. Stitches woven so perfectly into the skin's natural pattern that even the patient himself had never noticed. Black Jack was desperate to meet whoever had done this, but the man's parents were long gone, and he had no memory of his early childhood. The man begged Black Jack to cure his condition. He offered 10 billion in payment, but this time, Black Jack didn't want the money. He wanted the man to help him track down the doctor who had performed that surgery. The man agreed on the spot. Black Jack began the operation, but mid-surgery, the man drifted back into the dream and saw the mother and daughter again. His body suddenly started hemorrhaging. That was when Black Jack found the answer. The blood vessels that had been sutured years ago had ruptured, causing the man to bleed internally all this time. Black Jack repaired them, and the man recovered quickly. Afterward, Black Jack told him he was taking him to Santa Marita, the place where the mother and daughter always appeared in his dreams. The country had been torn apart by conflict for years. The streets were still lined with crumbling ruins, and the people were barely getting by. The place they were heading to, Santa Marita, had once been the headquarters of the rebel forces. As they rode through, the man was suddenly hit with a splitting headache. He had never been here before, yet everything felt strangely familiar. He sprinted to a building and described exactly what was on the rooftop before he even went up. When he climbed the stairs, it was exactly as he had said. Guided by fragments of memory surfacing in his mind, he found an abandoned house. The mother and daughter from his dreams appeared again. He chased after them and finally spotted them in a picture frame on a bedside table. The man broke down completely, sobbing without being able to stop. He had no idea who these women were, yet the grief hit him like a wave he couldn't explain. They tracked down the village priest, but the priest said there had never been a doctor in this village. If they wanted to know about the past, he said, go talk to the only elder left in the village. The old man had a difficult temperament and never spoke to anyone. Black Jack approached the elder and told him about the man's background. The old man didn't so much as look up. Then, without thinking, the man began to hum the mysterious nursery rhyme. The elder froze. Tears began to roll down his face and finally revealed the secret he had been carrying all along.